a Russian tank, a sign of the times. Sunk by Nasser's orders in the Canal and at its northern approach, block ships of many types are going to take a lot of shifting. It's now estimated that they number about 30, some having been sunk, it's alleged, after the ceasefire. British divers have already been at work making underwater surveys. The clearing of the Canal is an international priority, but Britain has offered to place her expert salvage resources at the United Nations' disposal. As soon as the port-side fighting was over, repairs to power plants, pumping stations and other public utility services were put in hand by British engineers, with Egyptians cooperating. Surprisingly little damage had been done, and the waterworks were completely untouched. So careful and so accurate had been the bombing. Off-duty in portside, a group of British paratroops grinned cheerfully at our camera. They were in grand shape and full of confidence in the knowledge of a job well done. Some of their pals had already returned to base in Cyprus. We found a small Egyptian youngster getting on famously with these red berets. Later, we recorded the arrival of a big tank landing ship in the harbour, for this vessel brought the first United Nations representatives to Egypt since the crisis. They were soon in touch with General Stockwell, a British commander, who of course offered every facility for their task. The United Nations ceasefire supervision team were certainly welcomed by the British and French. The small group of observers then drove away towards the front line. They passed the advanced positions held by the Allies and proceeded through the Egyptian lines on their way to Cairo. This was a United Nations beginning. Their police force started arriving soon afterwards.